Okay, well, it's been a while. How are you guys doing? I'm back with a summoning video, and I haven't had a summoning video haven't had a proper summoning video since the Embla Veronica duo, and that's about it. There's been a couple banners that I've summoned on, but none that I've really made videos for, because mainly I've been doing fodder summons. But this time, we have a reason to actually record a video, because we got a Sacred Stones banner, and we finally got my Beefcake Gilliam, so I'm so excited to be summoning on this banner. I'm sad that we didn't get Garcia, but it's okay, we'll just wait a little bit longer for me to reunite my boy Ross with his dad. And I'm happy that we got Gilliam, and I'm happy Vanessa got on here too. I don't know that I'll really summon for, well, technically she's a Lance unit as well, so even if I'm not trying to go for her, I'm sure I'm gonna get copies of her, and probably more copies of her than I get of Gilliam, which is gonna really suck, but you know what, that's okay. And we're also gonna be summoning for Tana, because she has an arcane bow, which I probably am gonna use for Shura if he ever gets added to the game. That's gonna take a long time, and I'm so mad at Intelligent Systems for scorning him like that on that last Fates banner. Including, you don't include Shura, but you include Hans, and I'm very upsetty spaghetti. So, let's just summon on this video. Like I said, we're gonna go for blue, and we're gonna go for gray, and that's about it. I don't think I'm really gonna summon for red. I mean, I guess if there's no blue or gray, I can do that. I'm just trying to remember what Sirene's inheritable skills are. Speed Res and Pegasus Flight 4, so nothing really crazy, I guess. I mean, Pegasus Flight 4 might be good for some other units, but I don't know exactly who right now I have building it. Actually, it could be a good unit for, or could be a good skill for Cormac, I don't know. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here though, because I don't even know that I'm gonna be that lucky tonight. We'll see. Well, maybe, I'm sure you noticed the orb amount right now, it's at 405, because I've been a good little kid, and I've been saving up my orbs and trying not to spend too much. It's been really hard, trust me. Some of these banners that we've had, the legendary Robin banner, that was a challenge not to summon on it, because I like Robin, and I think it sucks that Robin keeps getting Grima alts, because that's not really Robin. We're talking too long. I've been talking for 2 minutes. Let's just get to the summoning. Like I said, I just think that they need to stop with making Grima as a character. It's just not, you know, not fun. And I just realized there is something going on with the audio. Hang on a second. No? Huh. That's weird. Hang on a minute, I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, yeah, hi. I realized what I did wrong. I had my phone on silent. I didn't take it off silent. Kind of forgot how that works. It's, like I said, it's been a couple months. It's March. And I'm pretty sure that that other banner was back in like November, December-ish. So now that we've got audio, sorry about that. Hope the silence wasn't too awkward. Maybe I'll put some other music or something in there. I don't know. I'll find something to put in there. I have quite a bit to talk about. A lot has happened between the span of this time and the last time I did a summoning video. Proper summoning video. I'm sure it didn't get a whole lot of views, but that legendary Shez, that was... I mean, like, I don't know what I expected, but I was kind of hoping that maybe I'd get by on a little bit of luck, but I didn't. I did get her eventually, that's the good news. I got her eventually. I got Embla eventually. Or, who did I have? I had Veronica and I was trying to get Embla. So, I got those eventually. It just took a while. And then I've been saving ever since. And then I also got some gift money too, so I decided to use that for stocking up on orbs. Try not to use my own money. Like I have mentioned before, I'm trying not to have my crippling gambling addiction pop up again. So, I have my list here of things to talk about, stuff that's happened. I want to say the Puss in Boots movie came out, the second one, and I feel bad for saying it. I never saw the first one, not that it was... I don't know. A lot of the animated movies these days don't really catch my attention, or I don't want to say a lot of them. It's really hit or miss. I haven't watched anything Disney in like months, but I have watched Puss in Boots, and it was really good. And I want to thank all the furries for supporting the movie as well, because you know who you are, you know who you're simping for. But it helped carry the movie, it helped it to do well, and hopefully we'll get another... DreamWorks... Look, there's a correlation between DreamWorks appealing to the furries. Okay, she's 4-star. There we go. Let's see, we got Vanessa. We did a good job. I'm so happy she's in the game too. I never used Tana. I know Vanessa's not a great Pegasus flyer, but I stuck strictly to Vanessa just because she was like one of the first units I used. A lot of when I played Sacred Stones, I was really picky. So mage-wise, I didn't use Sayla very much. I didn't use Ewan. I think I really only stuck with Archer, and that's it. And then sword-wise, I kind of stuck more with Joshua and Garrick. That was my first, so Sacred Stones was my first game, so I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. I didn't know about keeping good units and stuff. But I did... Oh gosh, there's only one blue. Still summoning on gray, still summoning on blue. So, what I was trying to say though, is that DreamWorks has a correlation with every time their movies are for... Oh, yes! Okay, that's fast! That's fast, we got it! Oh man. Oh gosh, we got that hunk of muscle. Station. Oh man, this. If I had to choose between Gilliam and Garrick, I think oh gosh, I don't know. It would be really hard because Garrick's a beefcake all on his own, and he's got a scar, and I'm weak for characters with scars. It is such an easy way to get me attracted to a character. Like, I like Dean, I like Saizo, I like... I'm trying to think about who else has scars. I know, okay, I'm gonna out my taste here. I like Miklon, even though... And, oh man, that's what I wanted to talk about that too with 3 Hopes. I've been doing... We're not talking about Engage.
Lies! 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 Lies!
Because I've had... Maybe that could be a separate video, I don't know. I've been having issues with Engage. It has not been... It's not a fun game. I've been having some fun, but it's not a fun game compared to previous Fire Emblem games. Like, I had fun with 3 Houses, I had fun with 3 Hopes, I had fun with Awakening, and I even had fun with Fates. I know people don't like it, but Fates was still fun. Engage is just... Oh... There's issues with it. So, no, I'm not gonna go into spoilers. There's been... Oh, I didn't check the Gilliam I had and see what his stats are. Okay, well, whatever. We need to get Tana for some fodder for Shurif with that Arcane Bow. And maybe some fodder for... Oh, no, that's Tile 2. So, the problem with Engage is that... And like I said, I'm not gonna go into story spoilers. I feel like the story's okay-ish. It's serviceable for a Fire Emblem game. But my main issue lies in the fact that they changed up the dynamic. So, I'm warning you all if you somehow haven't gotten to this yet, or maybe you're gonna play Maddening at some point. Be prepared. Do not donate any type of... Don't donate any of your gold to any of the... Don't donate to Brodia, don't donate to Elucia, don't donate to Fiorine, because here's what I found out the hard way. I found out that Maddening mode doesn't have any skirmishes, or it has skirmishes, but they aren't time-based. So, in the other game modes, if you had a skirmish, it would, I guess like in the other game modes, because I'm not gonna start on the weakest. We are going like balls to the wall. We're doing this like, I'm doing hard mode immediately, or not hard mode, I'm doing Maddening mode immediately as soon as I can, and Maddening mode's already there. So, I picked Maddening mode, and there's nothing in the game that warns you that, hey, if you pick Maddening mode, your skirmishes are going to be at an incredibly lower... They're not even chances. Basically, they're scripted. So after you defeat certain chapters is when you get it. Because from what I've heard from everybody else, it's like, oh, you go into your systems for the Switch, and then you... Oh, gosh. See, I'm getting mad talking about it. I said I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. So, you go into the Switch, you push time forward or whatever, you set the time forward, and then you basically... basically you set the time forward and that generates the skirmishes. Well, in maddening mode, that doesn't happen. So I had so many levels that were just levels. I had so many characters who were just super unleveled because I didn't have the opportunity to level them up. So it really affected my gameplay. Alright, sorry about the extra cut. Again, I thought my brother came home and I want to make sure that my dogs weren't going to start barking, because if they do, then I'm going to have a third cut. Because, well, my brother's been working late too, so, and I told him to, I hate to say it, there's kind of rules, I guess, in our house, so I have to tell him when I'm recording, because otherwise it interferes with his video games online. But hopefully we still have some time. I'm gonna keep summoning, and hopefully I can still get Tana for that bow. So, but anyways, back to engage. Like I said, it doesn't warn you that there's no skirmishes or that there's limited amount of skirmishes. It just says, yeah, you want to do maddening? Here, go ahead. We're not going to tell you about all this stuff. By the way, donations don't work. They don't increase your chances of skirmishes. So basically what it meant is that, one, because I didn't have any skirmishes, my units were all under-leveled. I actually had to drop a bunch of them, so I dropped Clan, I dropped Fram, I dropped Boucheron, I dropped Vander. Actually, I held down to Vander for a decent bit, but I had to drop him. So the only units so far that I've really held on to right now is Hortensia. Oh my gosh, that girl saved me like way more times. So I've held on to Hortensia, Rosado, Citrine, Lapis. I am trying so... Sorry, I can't get distracted. I gotta summon here. I am trying so hard to hold on to Diamant, but that dude is not proving himself. I like his character, just, you know... I don't know how to pronounce his name. Alcrist? Just for context, I'm playing the game in Japanese, so I think his name is different in Japanese than it is in English. I still don't even know how to pronounce it. So I'm holding on to him. Eddie, I've held on to Eddie. That girl has saved my life so many times. I love that girl. And frankly, that's the one I would not drop. I'm trying to think who else I held on to, or who else I've got. Right now, the biggest, like, the guy who's pulling the most weight right now, the real MVP of this walkthrough, is Zelkov, and I'm gonna marry him. I'm gonna absolutely marry... Like, okay, here's why... Oh gosh, I can't... No. I said I wasn't gonna do spoilers, so... All you should know is that hands down Zelkov is the best character in the game. Like, perfectly story-wise. He saves you. He is your friend. He is husband material. He is the man that I am going to give my whole engage run to. It's going to be Zelkov. And I'm going to stop talking about it because it's been frustrating. Although, I do want to talk about other Fire Emblem news that I do want to talk about. I want to talk about Book 7 and what the heck went on today in Book 7 with Seder. Look, I get it, you know, like, Fire Emblem is a fan service game at this point. I'm not knocking that. I'm fine with fan service. I will staunchly defend fan service. I used to be like anti-fan service. I was really stupid when I was younger. I was just thinking like, oh, this and that, and you know, how dare they sexualize a woman or whatever. But I recognize that fan service is important, and it's really funny because Mortal Kombat was the one that helped me to recognize it, and they went the exact opposite way. All their costumes look like garbage for their female characters. Especially, oh my gosh, I hate what they did to Katana. Katana's outfit sucks. It's like a black and blue one-piece jumpsuit that looks so low quality. You want to know what Katana's best outfit was? It was Mortal Kombat 10. That was the bomb. Best outfit. Best absolute outfit ever. Anyways, fan service, right? I get it. I will defend it. Even if I don't like it, even if I think it's a little ridiculous, I will defend its right to be in a game. But this is Book 7, like Seder and all these other okay, it's turning into, it's not even fan service anymore, it's turning into fetish. It's really, really, really creepy. Like the whole, oh, you know, make a baby with me. Pardon me, I'm gonna break my swearing rule just this once because I think it's well deserved in this instance. Fuck no, Seder. Fuck no. I'm not gonna make a baby. I am not gonna make a baby with you. That is so, like, it is, I'm bugged. It affects the characters so much. Like, all the previous books, I have loved every one of the, like I like all the heroes and those characters. There's some I like more than others, there's some that I felt were pulled off better. Like my favorite book OCs were probably Air, Ash, Reagan, and was it? I think that's pretty much all three of them. I like Fjord, she's alright, but like, if I had to rank them in order, it's Reagan, Ash, and then I just listed her. I'm just that mad. I'm just that creeped out by book, book 7 right now. So Ash, Reagan first, then Ash, then Air. I like them in that order. They're really good characters, but Satyr has shown nothing that makes her a compelling character. There's no, like, she's too overly familiar with you. She propositions you for a kid, which, and it's so funny. This is funny. I had a theory at first. I'm not mad, and don't get me wrong, I'm not mad. This is just a titty game at the end of the game. I really don't care. I understand that. But here's my theory. Is that there's actually two theories. There's my theory, and then there's another theory going around that I think is probably going to end up being correct over my theory. So I want to stop summoning because I'm trying to go for gray. I have a theory that this baby that you make with Satyr is going to be Satyr. Because she's saying, oh, you're familiar, right? Like, I've known you, let's make a baby. It's going to be her, right? Because she's the one who got yoinked into the past, and I just think it's going to be her. Although, I don't know how that's going to happen. She got yoinked in the past, and you didn't necessarily agree to it. Unless she just does it anyways, which is going to be, like, super creepy. So, that's my theory. Now, the second theory that's been going around is that it's not Satyr, but it's actually Gulveig. And I hope I pronounced that right. I apologize if I don't. I'm not Norse. I don't know how to speak the language. Beautiful language. Don't know how to speak it. The second theory is that it's Gulveig. And I actually think that one's going to be the correct theory. And if that ends up being the case, I am going to laugh so freaking hard because, like I said, people can, during Choose Your Legends, during A Hero Rises, people vote for whoever you want, and I will support that. And, like, by golly, if somebody harasses you, even if it's, like, a character I hate, I'll stand up for you. I will fight for your rights. But I will laugh at all the horny mofos who voted for her just because she had big tits, nice set of tits, yeah, but absolutely no character. She showed up once, and that was it, and nobody even knew what her character was. And if she ends up actually being that daughter of you and Satyr, I will laugh. I will laugh all the way at all the people who voted for her because they had the hots for her. It'll be funny. That's the only malicious thing I'll do. The only malicious thing I'm gonna do is gonna laugh, and that's it, and then we'll move on with our lives. So, I'm done with that rant. I'm done with that. Anyways, don't like Satyr. She's super creepy, and this is probably the worst book in the series so far. I think the last book was a little helter-skelter, but it still had a good storyline overall. But this was the creepy one. Also, I'm just realizing maybe I should just go for the full summoning round so that I can get Tana as the fodder. I hope I can. Okay, good. I got another Vanessa. We'll start building her up. I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with her, because I have so many flying units, and the units I really need to build up are cavalry units, especially, gosh, we need to get a good red cavalry unit soon. I have some, but I don't have, actually no. I have good cavalry. I need red armored units, that's what I need. I have plenty of good blue armor. Oh, I'm down to like 291? Oh gosh, so, okay, that's right. We're gonna go for red, see if we can get that Pegasus Flight 4 fodder. I don't want to use too many of my orbs, because I'm trying to think about what the next... I can't remember what the next banner is going to be, the next seasonal banner. Oh boy, I skipped the Easter banner. I would just wish the seasonal banners could be a little bit more balanced in the fan service, give us some nice beefy men. I'm still waiting for that Balthasar IS, A lot of people like him. Not just the thirsty fangirls like me. A lot of people like Balthus. He's a really interesting character. Well, we'll see. Oh, I am actually running out of space on my Mac. I didn't realize that. So, I need to think of something else to talk about, because I'm just getting all riled up over book 7 being garbage and stuff like that. So, let's see, on my list I have, oh, that's right, I've been watching Vinland Saga Season 2 and To Your Eternity Season 2. I've been watching both of those, and they are, oh boy, they're breaking my heart. Although, I don't know, so Vinland Saga Season 2 is making me happy. Not going into spoilers, seeing Thorfinn happy is making me happy, and it's just very sweet. I really appreciate it. And then, To Your Eternity, just, that one's been, I mean, that one, it's great, but it hasn't been, like, Season 1 is heartbreaking. Season 2 has just been, like, things are, oh, I got it, okay, good. Gosh, finally, so, I have a Benny, right? I have a Farscape Benny that it's weird, a lot of people using him for like, near save, which I don't think is a bad thing, but I think he works more interestingly as a far save. So I've been using him as a far save. I summoned on Alfred and I got his lance, so I gave that to Benny, and that has actually helped him immensely. Why am I getting so many tail teals? Too many of this purple-haired lady. I don't want her. So, To Your Eternity, Vinland Saga, great anime. If you haven't watched them, I recommend watching them. They're really good. And I want to say that I found out Chris Hackney, the voice for Dimitri, the voice for my darling boy in Three Houses, he plays the worst character alive. No, actually, okay, not the worst character. Hayase was the worst character in Season 1. Kahaku is the worst character in Season 2, and he... mixed emotions. Like, the voice actor for the best Lord of Three Houses is playing the worst character in To Your Eternity Season 2. So I'm mixed on that. But that's the English dub. I don't even watch the English dub, so it doesn't really matter for me. You know, voice actors take what they can get. I'm not complaining. So that's good and great. I have been watching, so not really, it's not a new anime, but there's a reboot of it. So Urusei Yatsura came out with a reboot. And I've seen screenshots of Lum, I've seen artwork of Lum, and I've always been curious because I'm like, what's this show? Like, it's a staple, it's pretty much it's a very culturally significant anime. So I was like, I want to watch this, I want to figure out what this is about. Like, you know, it seems like it's really interesting. And Lum is cute. Okay, I hate Lum, and I hate Lum's design in the new reboot. I get that the new reboot has technological advances that oh, okay, we got a second Gilliam, there we go. Twice the beef, twice the honk. This is a good, this is a good summoning. So, I don't like Lum's design in the reboot. She's proportionately weird, like her eyes are too far apart. I don't like the golden shades of it. I think she's cuter with blue eyes, like way cute. The way that she's drawn in the old fashioned, like in the old style, is way cuter. I can't with this new one. And I get it. They wanted like the hair. Doing the hair translucently like that, or transparently, that's a benefit that they didn't have back then, and that's what they wanted to go for. And I understand that. I'm glad that they're glad, that the animators or artists or whatever are glad for that. But she looks so bad in her new design. So I did watch, I'm on Season 2 right now, I'm still watching it. I've been trying to slog through Engage, so that's been holding me back. But look, I'm gonna say it right now. I'm surprised they're doing a reboot in the year of 2022, because this show would not fly today if it was created as a brand new thing. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I like it. It is a comedy. It's just, first of all, I want everybody who says they hate Mineta, who says that they hate Jiraiya, who says that they hate, like, any of those pervert characters, apologize to Mineta and Jiraiya right now, because they're nothing compared to Ataru. Moroboshi. Moroboshi Ataru is the worst pervert character in existence. Like, he starts off so bad. He gets some redeeming qualities later in the anime, especially the episode where he has the caterpillar that he feeds and he takes care of, and that he protects from the other guys who want to get rid of it because it starts eating everybody's lunches. That's a redeeming quality, but he's such an awful person. Like, just totally... Oh, maybe I should system it on the gray, but he's such an awful... Like, he's literally borderline, like... gosh, I hate that I can't say things because it'll... Actually, why do I care? I'm not monetized anyways. He's a borderline sex offender. Like, the dude is a massive pervert. Like, he makes Mineta look like a gentleman. So, and you don't really watch it for him. You watch it more for the hijinks he gets into. And you watch it for Lum, too. Lum is the star of the show. I love her. She's adorable. She's cute. I love the... And I found out, apparently, because I know I talked about it, like, briefly at one point, the show Blue Period. Her voice actor in the original anime was the voice actress for the teacher, not Miss Oba, because I really like that character too, but the other teacher in high school, and I can't remember her name, who had a really soft, light, like very calming voice. That was Lum's voice actress. So it's really cool hearing that voice and then going back and watching that. So I think. What's my appearance rates at right now? I'm at 3. Okay. I have 239 orbs. I think I'm gonna end it here because I really don't want to push my luck. I could use more Tana as fodder, but the only reason I primarily summoned her as fodder anyways is for Shura. So I'll wait for that, man. I really will. I'll do my best. I have so many units that I have on hold that could be really good fodder for him. You know, the speed, attack speed finish, and the Deadeye fodder, and hopefully I can get some attack oath or attack speed oath fodder. That's the only reason I'm summoning. So I got 2 copies of the beefcake, and I got Tana. So not a bad summoning, and I got some copies of Vanessa too, like I was hoping for. So not a bad haul overall. I'm going to stop right here and keep saving because I can't even remember what the new seasonal banner is going to be next month. I think. Is the bridal banner's in May, so I don't know what's going to be here. Either way, on the off chance that it's something I want, we're just going to stop right here. Sorry, I didn't get to talk about... I wanted to talk about a lot of stuff. I guess I'll briefly mention it. You know what? Let's summon to 200 even. I'm going to talk about some other stuff. I wanted to talk about the Sonic movie that... Well, look, and I get it. We haven't had anything come up yet for it, so... We all know Sonic 3 is going to come out probably next year, and I'm excited for it, but the one thing I'm scared for is that... So, Sonic Prime came out on Netflix. I didn't watch it because I was very apprehensive of it, and one of the things that really bugged me was the fact that they covered up Rouge. I hate that they covered up Rouge because it's like... Rouge's whole character is supposed to be that she's a femme fatale. She's flirty, she's gorgeous, she's, you know... sassy, and she knows how to get things done, and you know, she looks good doing it. Like, her appearance is important. So the fact that Sonic Prime comes out and she's got like this ugly full body suit, really, I'm sorry, I'm like super like goofy and loopy tonight, I don't know why. She's got this full body suit that like covers up her titties and covers, like, you know, like, she's got no shape. She was curvy. She's a thick girl. She's a thick Sonic girl. And they got rid of all of that, and I'm afraid that they're going to do that for the movie. So, when the Sonic movie... I know this is going to sound really goofy, but when the Sonic 3 movie comes out, if Shadow's in it and there's going to be Rouge, there better be some bat titties. I want to see some bat titties on Rouge. Oh boy, take that clip out of context. Oh, yes! Okay, Benny fodder. Alright. See, there's a benefit to me to keep summoning till we're 200 even. Not bad, because then I'll have him at... Oh, I gotta expect... Okay, you know what? Man, I guess what? Might as well end here. I already got to talk about Rouge and her bat tits, so I think we're gonna end on a good note. So, I will see you guys. I love you guys, but hopefully I don't see you guys for a while, because that means I can save. Alright, bye.